I've used a sauna nearly every day for the last 500 days. Not once a week, not just when it was convenient, I'm talking almost every day for the last year and a half. And what actually happened was way more than I expected. This video isn't about selling you on anything, though I will have links in the description below to my top recommended saunas, including the one that my family loves most, which is this Plunge XL sauna behind me. But you can check those out after the video. I really just want to share the truth. What changed, what didn't, what got better, and even the part that nobody's talking about. Because at the start, I was just like most people, stressed out, tired, inflamed, and really just trying to optimize my health the best I could. But this daily practice of heat, this has become one of the most important health habits of my life. And I have a lot to talk about, so let's jump right in. So first I'd like to talk about really why I started. So let me rewind. A couple of years ago, I was going all in on recovery. I had already started cold plunging, eating better. I even started getting my blood work done with Blokes and Joy, but I still felt like something was missing. I'd sleep 7-8 hours and still feel groggy. My joints were aching more than they should, and mentally, I just felt heavy. So I started using sauna every day. I treated it as a ritual. At first, it was in a cheap infrared sauna that I bought on Amazon, and that one only maxed out at 140 degrees, which was not that hot. So I decided to do some research, and I made a little DIY sauna out of that box. And because I started sharing so much online, I became the guy that reviewed saunas too. And now I have a few different saunas, but we use the Plunge XL sauna a lot. And this one can reach temperatures of 230 degrees Fahrenheit. Being able to dial that temperature exactly where you want it is key. More on that later. Now let's talk about what actually changed when I started doing this. I'll break it into the 5 most noticeable shifts that I experienced. These are the ones that I felt and saw. They weren't just subtle. Number 1, my sleep skyrocketed. Like a lot of people, I used to wake up multiple times throughout the night. But after consistent sauna use, especially doing it in the evening, my sleep score and deep sleep numbers changed dramatically. I went from about 40 to 50 minutes of deep sleep to over 2 hours on some nights. Why did that happen? Well, your core body temperature will actually drop after sauna use. And that drop helps to signal to your body that it's time for deep recovery. Sauna can help set the stage for some of the best sleep of your life. Number 2, my recovery accelerated like crazy. I work out hard. I have 4 active kids, and to me, recovery is everything. After sauna sessions, especially when I pair them with a cold plunge doing contrast therapy, my soreness didn't just feel better, it practically disappeared completely the next day. And that, my friends, is blood flow. That's reduced inflammation. That's heat shock proteins doing their jobs, which is repairing tissue and protecting your cells. It's basically like free medicine if you're willing to sweat for it. Number 3, I noticed stress became a lot easier to handle. Now this might sound weird, but after 500 days, the sauna felt like a mental training ground. When you sit in this 200+ degree box, your heart rate climbs, you start to sweat, and your brain tells you get out. At that time, your only job is to sit in it, be calm, and breathe. And that skill, it carries throughout every aspect of my life. From parenting to conflict, business, you start to build something called resilience, which is the ability to stay present under pressure. And in today's world, that's more valuable than ever. Number 4, my skin and detox changes were noticeable. The one thing I didn't expect to happen was my skin was to actually get healthier. And the crazy thing, my wife noticed it before I did. She was complimenting that my skin looked smoother, cleaner, brighter. And trust me, it wasn't lotion. I don't wear any lotion. The only thing I put on my skin is tallow and coconut oil. And what it was layers of detox over time. Sweating out toxins, flushing my lymphatic system, and helping my body do what it was designed to do, which is clean itself. And no, when you sweat, it's not just water you're sweating out. Sweat carries out heavy metals, BPAs, and other chemicals that your liver can't always detox on its own. Our skin is a detox organ if we treat it like one. And number 5, my mood, clarity, and my mental health all improved. This one's a little harder to explain, but I'm gonna give it a try. The sauna became a sanctuary to me. It's a place that I can think, breathe, pray, and reflect. And there's actual science to back this up. Saunas boost endorphins. They increase BDNF, which stands for brain-derived neurotrophic factor, and stimulates those feel-good chemicals like dopamine and serotonin. It's not just physical. You're not just sweating. This rewires your entire mind. If you've ever struggled with stress or anxiety, a consistent sauna habit could feel like that mental reset button that we all wish we could just press sometimes. Let me nerd out for a minute. I'm gonna try to keep it as simple as possible. When you're in a sauna, your body heats up. This activates something called heat shock proteins. These are like little repair workers inside your cells. They clean up damage, protect your DNA, and even help slow aging. Then your heart rate increases, similar to light cardio. In fact, studies show that 30 minutes of sauna use can actually mimic the effects of moderate exercise. So your cardiovascular system gets stronger over time. And when you sweat, you're not just losing water, you're flushing out toxins that would otherwise just be stored in your fat cells. And add that up over 500 days, and your body becomes more efficient, more resilient, and more optimized. Big buzzword of 2025. Okay, now let me answer the questions that I get all the time on Instagram. First question, how hot do I go? Every sauna is different, and my goal is to break a sweat within 2 to 3 minutes. And lately, I've been setting the plunge sauna to around 220 degrees. That seems to be the sweet spot for me. Next question, how long do I go? For me, I like to accumulate 15 to 30 minutes every single day. Sometimes longer if I'm stacking it with cold plunging, or if I have a bunch of friends over and we're doing a lot of contrast therapy sessions. But the goal for me every day is between 15 and 30 minutes. When's the best time to do it? In my personal opinion, evening is the best time to do it for better sleep and recovery. I do it in the morning sometimes if I know I'm gonna have a busy day and I wanna clear out any brain fog. But my favorite time to do it is after every single workout to prolong the effects of that workout without actually moving my body. That is if I'm not already cooked. A really good question I get all the time is, can I just use the sauna that's at my gym? And the answer is absolutely. One consideration is that most of the saunas that are at gyms max out at about 170 to 180 degrees, which is great. A lot of the wellness spas only have infrared saunas that max out at like 140, 150, which is not ideal. But listen, if owning a sauna is not in the cards right now, it's not in the budget, just start wherever you can. And then the last question I get all the time, which I should probably just do another video on by itself, is can my kids use the sauna? And my answer is, mine do all the time. But they do shorter sessions, typically between 5 and 10 minutes. One of the things I love about the plunge sauna is there's a high bench for the adults and a low bench for the kids. The heat is a little less intense on the low bench for them. But always keep it safe, keep it supervised, teach them how to understand and listen to their bodies, and make sure your kids are hydrating properly. And I can say this, there's never been a day that I've ever got into the sauna for any amount of time and been like, man, that was such a waste of time. There's always benefits. I always feel better when I get out of any sauna sesh. Listen, this isn't me saying that you need to do this. Not everybody's ready for daily heat, and not everybody has a sauna at home. But if you're watching this video and you've been on the fence, if you're tired of always feeling tired, inflamed, or stuck in that survival mode, consider this your sign to start sweating intentionally. You don't have to start with 500 days. But just start with one. Because if a regular goofy guy like me can transform how I sleep, recovery, and think, well, you can too. I'll keep it real, I didn't expect the sauna to completely change my life. But 500 days later and I'm still doing it every day I can. And I don't plan on stopping anytime soon. So, let me know in the comments. Do you sauna now? Are you thinking about it? Do you have any questions? Drop them below in the comments and I will read and respond to everyone I can. And hey, if you're building your own home wellness setup like me, I've got some great gear recommendations down in the description of my video below. The sauna I use, the cold plunge I pair it with, and a few other things that make health and wellness that much better. And if you don't want to waste a bunch of time doing a bunch of research, I can vouch for the Plunge XL sauna. It's one of our family's favorite saunas. So there will be a link and a discount code popping up on the screen that will also be down in the description below. Hey, thank you so much for watching. Make sure you like, subscribe, all that fun YouTube stuff. I appreciate you guys. I'll see you on the next video. Have a great day, my friends, and God bless. And hey, speaking of next video, I'm gonna have 2 videos pop up on screen. One I think you're gonna like and one YouTube thinks you're gonna like. So click on one of those. If you haven't subscribed, click the little face of me. It's yellow, it's goofy, I know. But click it. It'll subscribe you to the channel so you won't miss any of these future videos that will be coming very, very soon. Thanks, guys.